All right, one last choke. I'm in here, I've got his arm across, but for whatever reason, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to finish with this, okay? So instead I'm gonna do what's called an arm triangle choke, okay? So instead of worrying about holding his arm from behind, this arm is gonna scoop in low. Get it nice and tight and come through the other side. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna keep this hold until I let go, okay? So I'm working this. I've decided, for whatever reason, I don't feel like getting in with this choke today. This arm's gonna come through, all the way through to the other side. Now, the important thing about this choke, my head always pushes that arm. I'm leaning into his shoulder very tight and very low. I'm not here. I'm down as low as I can get on his shoulder, okay? And I need to get this arm as far through as I can. So what I need him to do is, if I have to, I'll hold, keep moving my hand through as far as I can get it. I'm using my head to crank everything over. I'm always pushing everything in this direction. This hand is going to go in the bicep of this hand, and then this hand, there's a lot of variations of where you can put this. A lot of people put it behind their own head. Some people put it here. I like to put it on his own arm, okay, and help push in. Now, there's a lot of ways to finish from here. You can try finishing straight from the mount. In order to finish from the mount, what I have to do is squeeze hard and lean into him. If I can't finish this way, I want you guys to switch, come to side, and push in. It's a little easier if you can't finish from the mount. But remember, don't give up that mount position unless you have to. You want to keep mount. You never want to give it up on purpose. You only give it up when you know that where you're going next is foolproof. It's going to work. So I've got his arm across. I've got total hold down position. I'm not going to worry with this choke. It's too tight for whatever reason. This arm's going to come down. Now remember, this leg was up. This leg's going to go down. And this leg comes up. Space. Nice and tight inside. I have to keep moving and wait. I'm not going to worry until I get everything where I want it to be, which means my arm is as far through as I can get, and my head is low on his shoulder. I get him back flat. Hand on my bicep. You guys can play around with your own on where you want to take this hand. Some guys do this. Some guys just come here. Again, I will tend to come here. It helps me push this arm back into his neck. And I just squeeze and move his body forward. If I don't have any luck, this is tighter. One more time. Arm triangle choke. A lot of places you can do this from. Doesn't have to be set up this way. Okay, some guys are just going to stick their arms up in the air for you, and they can just come here. Okay, it's the same thing. Arm through, pulling him up, pushing his arm over, getting my arm through, bring it back down. Here. Should be a choke, not a neck crank. This arm is important because this is choking his neck. So the arm is key. That's why it's called an arm triangle. It's just like a triangle with your legs, but you're using your arms. This is very key. So if his arm is up here, I'm not going to get this choke. I need it to be in front by his neck. Okay, and I don't want any space. If he's pushing into me, this choke is not going to work. I need to nice and tight. Okay? Any questions? Let's try that.